Hmm. Well.
Good morning, you little rock and rollers on a Sunday. It's Two Legs and we're live for the first time in a minute. We have not been live in a long
No,
time.
we have not. Yes, it's been a
We
while. Our lives are busy. Our schedules don't haven't really meshed as much as it used to. So
no.
we got to. So it's rare when we get these opportunities to go live, but it's a special occasion. The fest schedule. Annie and I will be at the fest, so we got the schedule, and we thought we'd like to let you guys know what's going on with us.
Yeah, it's been released, and it's been obviously we knew it was going to ramp up in about a week or so out from now at the TWA Hotel, the brand new one, which is designed to look like a vintage,
Yeah.
airport. And it wasn't just done for the fest. That's how they made it. So it's going to be an interesting time. It's not at a Hyatt, so we'll see how it all works. People, crowds. 50th Fest, 60th anniversary of the Beatles' arrival in
Right?
America at the really newly renamed John F. Kennedy Airport, otherwise previously known as Idlewild Airport. Just a few months
Mm,
prior to that, it was not always Kennedy Airport. It was only
mm,
just newly renamed that, obviously, after the assassination, but it was known as
right.
Idlewild Airport before that. So, good morning, David, and good morning, Heidi, are two of our biggest
MVP.
fans. The MVP. Oh, she sure is. Yeah, so we got the schedule. Before we go into it, just yesterday, real quick, I had a chance to go to uh,
Yes. Talk
the
about that.
the Got Back to 1964 symposium at Monmouth University, courtesy of our friend Ken Womack. And this was at Monmouth. Tom, you were at Monmouth in 2018, kind of where it all
Yes.
began for you guys. And then I kind of came into your orbit after that. But you got to go there to the White Album Symposium, which I've heard nothing but
Amazing time.
great
Yeah.
things about.
Amazing.
This symposium was obviously a little more scaled down. It was only in the Great Hall after many wrong turns and lots of walking around to nowhere in the bitterly cold, passing Daddy Warbucks' mansion as well. The sun will come out tomorrow. Hello, Annie. We found it, and it was just all in the one discussion. It was all there in one room at the Great Hall at Monmouth, and this was sponsored and ran by the really new the Bruce Springsteen Archives and Center for American Music at Monmouth. This is Bruce's kind of donation to Monmouth to have an archive and center for American music. It's a brand new thing. It just got launched last year, and it's ran by Bob Santelli, who has work and experience at the Grammy Museum, mainly in L.A. Obviously, there was one here in New Jersey, but Bob Santelli is mainly fixed out in L.A. and has done a lot of great work with the Grammy Museum and these artists and he was a big reason why we got this. Center for American Music at Monmouth, and obviously with the association of the great Ken Womack, it kind of went hand in hand to have an event there. So it was good. It was a 9 to 5. A lot of great people there. May Pang was there.
Mm.
Dennis Elsis, who interviewed John Lennon in
Yep.
1974. I got to meet him. What an honor! I was
Nice
told.
picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Thank you, Janet Davis, who snapped that for me, and she's been
Oh,
friends.
Janet was there. Cool. Yep.
Janet was there, and Janet, as who she let me know, has been friends with Dennis Elsis for a long, long time, and
Mm.
they have a relationship going back for a while. It's a nice, so that was really cool to hear and see that up close. Susan Ryan obviously was there, and Jim.
Yep.
Yeah, some normal fest people that you would see. It was good. The kind of the coolest thing was basically all about celebrating 60 years of the arrival, and I would have to say one of the most interesting things. Two takeaways, real quick, before we get into the fest stuff, is
Right.
they showed the full episode of the Ed Sullivan Show from the
Oh,
9th of
okay.
February in '64, and we've seen obviously hundreds of times the Beatles performances, but to watch the entire show from opening
Right.
to closing credits was pretty interesting. Uh, I gotta say, 60 years hindsight, some of those acts were kind of hokey. They were not that good.
What did the Monkey Man do? What Davy Jones? He was
Davy
on the same
Jones was
episode?
Davy Jones
Right.
was in there, and I think it was from a scene from the play Oliver. I don't know that to be
Ah,
exact. Maybe
okay.
somebody, but he was young, probably about 17. We were thank you, Susan Ryan. We sat right in the first row after break to watch everything up close and see and the advertisements and. It was just like going back in time. Advertisements for dishwashing detergent, Pillsbury cakes and biscuits and all, and watching, seeing the Beatles is just part of the show, Not the whole thing was kind of interesting. And they actually did not close the show out. So the Beatles come on at the beginning and they come on at the end, but
Mm.
they didn't end the show. Some crazy person in some kind of outfit with moving eyes ended up ending the show. It was like, really? You're going to follow the Beatles with this kind of circus act? Whatever.
Yeah, that
Whatever.
was a mistake.
It was. So to watch that was cool. And then there was a panel after that, which was the music of the Beatles, What Made It Different, which was with Bob Santelli. Oh, no, there was two. There was that. And then, oh, what was the one after that? Sorry, I have this up here. There was one with May Pang, Dennis Elsis, and God, whatever. It was all those two. That and the screening of the episode was really cool. Yes, Joe, we know, but outside of the Beatles, I wasn't really into it. And then it's been available on DVD, and as Susan Ryan told me, the rights to the Ed Sullivan shows are owned by Andrew Solt. And if you know your
Mm.
homework, Andrew Solt is the one who produced and directed the 1988 John Lennon Imagine film.
Mm.
So he bought the rights to the Sullivan shows. So, yeah, that was kind of some hokey stuff on there.
I really wish that would get a Blu-ray upgrade. I love that, that
The
Imagine
Sullivan
John
stuff.
Lennon movie.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Imagine film, yeah.
yeah.
So it was cool to see that in the panel. But and then with a little bit of there was a closing performance by two members of the Weaklings, Glenn Burtnick and Bob Berger. And if you guys know the Weaklings from your fest, they did a little impromptu concert to end out the symposium, acoustic style, and just people were calling out songs from the audience, and they were just playing it, which was kind of fun. They did
Nice,
a
nice.
guy, Bob had a harmonica. Somebody yelled out "Rocky Raccoon," and they got through it. It was cool.
Really
Yeah,
cool, excellent.
that was fun. So it
Yeah,
was a good day and kind of a fest appetizer, as Janet Davis called it. She's like, it's a little bit of an appetizer for next weekend. I said, Janet, that's a good way to describe it.
nice.
So,
Yeah,
so yeah, on to the fest. Thomas, when are you getting to New York? When are you going to be there?
Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday.
I mean, as of right now, my flight arrives at 3 p.m. on Thursday.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the schedule, as you all know, has been posted. Friday is a light day. Nothing really kind of goes on. It is Super Bowl weekend, as you all know. Tom and I are on multiple panels all weekend long. Friday is nothing, though. Friday it kind of starts at 5 o'clock, and there'll be some, concerts and meet and greets and a few panels. Saturday, the 10th, is going to be like the
Yeah.
day. That's the day that I think that they anticipate the largest crowds, people speaking, bands,
Right.
panels, the whole nine. And on that day, again, new hotel, new layout, so we're gonna figure it all out when we get there. On
We
Tom
have
and I,
no idea what we're walking into.
none. It's not a Hyatt. We know the panel
Right.
rooms we've been in before the layout. So Tom and I are going to be there on Thursday to kind of get the lay of the land. So we're ready to hit the ground
Right.
and rocking and rolling on Friday. So everything will be kind of named in that kind of paperback writer discussion room. So look for the big board that say
Right.
paperback writer discussion room. Thank you again, Susan, for advocating for us to be there and be a part of it. We owe her a lot. So the first panel that I will be on Saturday is 2:45, which is the academic panel, The Beatles in the 21st Century. And that is going to be with Ken Womack, Kid O'Toole, Christine Feldman Barrett, and myself. That is that one at 2:45. Then at 4:30, which is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, is the Historians panel. And that is with Susan Ryan, Jim, Janet, Kit, Caitlin Larkin from SiriusXM, and myself. And that's going to be a discussion on Freeze a Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then, the end of Beatles history, question mark. So that should be a really
Right.
good discussion. And then right after that, they're kind of like bang bang in a row. We have a multi-generational fan panel at 5:30 with Al Sussman, Kid O'Toole, myself, Caitlin Larkin, Ethan Alexandrian, and Skylar Moody at 5:30, and then at 6:30 we get our window. We get our window of time, and
Yes.
that is the Talk More Talk, Two Legs crossover show with Tom, myself, Joe,
Right.
and Kit. And it's the best of
And
solo
Ken.
19 and Ken. He's not on the schedule, but obviously Ken
Right.
Michaels, the best of solo 1974. Thoughts about that, partner?
Well, I mean, say what you want. I mean, I personally think 1973 might be the best year for the solos, but 74 wasn't bad. Definitely have a good time discussing, the great stuff that came out in 1974. I mean, say what you will about Dark Horse, but I think there was still a few good good tracks on there. Walls and Bridges. I mean, come on. Uh, you know, great stuff from John. We had Goodnight Vienna from Ringo. We had Junior's Farm. I mean, please. I mean,
Oh,
great year.
and there'll be plenty to talk about, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever gets you through the night. Even the work that
yeah.
John did, Pussycats, Harry Nielsen. There's plenty to talk about for '74.
McGear.
McGear as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah.
that's our Saturday. Kind of be jam packed in the middle. A lot of people, I'm sure, will be there. That's the big day. And then Sunday, the February 11th, which is Super Bowl Sunday. Thankfully, the Giants aren't in it, which we knew they weren't going to be. We have a couple of panels that day, not as heavy as Saturday. There is a media panel and a collector's panel that Tom and I will both be on. At 3 o'clock is the media panel, and that's going to be kind of like 10 people. So that might just
Yeah,
be
I don't. I might skip. I might skip that one. I
that might
mean,
just be a sit and watch, or maybe we'll see.
right.
Rob Leonard, Darren DeVito, Ken Michaels, Ethan, Skyler, Jonathan and Julia Preatress, Kit, and Tom and myself. That's kind of that's a lot. We'll see what that one evolves into.
Yeah.
And then the collectors panel at 4:45 with Piers, Hemmingson, Terry Crane, Alan Cozen, Tom, and myself. And that's
Right.
it for panels. And then they will be broadcasting the Super Bowl in the same room that we're doing the panels in. So if you want to watch the game, which I definitely will be doing, I'll be in there watching it. So you could watch it with me if you like.
Have fun, buddy. Have fun.
You're not gonna stay there and watch it?
I nah. What?
What else are you gonna do?
Maybe. Linger, talk to people. If everybody that's at the fest is in that room watching the Super Bowl, then why are they there? You know.
Right. Well, you got to see what else is going on at the same time. There's a couple of other things.
Yeah.
There's music and stuff going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and of course there'll be people hanging, and, that's what we want to do. We want to just kind of hang and meet people and chat with people. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
we're going to try and see if we can grab Adrian and Alan and try to just record something with them quick in the lobby or the hotel for a possible episode, other than our joint crossover show that we're doing.
Right.
But we'll see,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great time. Joe's not a football guy.
Oh, well.
That's fine.
His
That's
loss.
fine. Yeah. Well, it's no big deal, really.
Hey,
Just a game, Andy. It's just a game.
it is, but when you've got some money on the line for some boxes, you're going to watch and hope for those boxes hit.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins the
True.
game. I want the boxes to hit. That's why I'm watching. Come on.
Right.
Come
Oh,
on.
I hear you. The squares are fun. Boxes or squares, whatever you want to call them.
Boxes. That's it.
It's fun. Yeah.
Come on. And I do think there'll be a healthy amount of people watching that thing in there. So we'll see.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I mean, and the NFL's got to be super excited that Kansas City's in, so they can pan in on Taylor. We got you're gonna have a bunch of Swifties watching the show, so that's more viewers right there. So NFL, I'm sure, is
Oh, they're happy.
super
They're
excited.
they're happy about it. So we shall see. We shall see. But it's you canceled your squares. Hit too close to home. Okay, David. So yeah, this will be Tom and I, since we got together. This will be Tom's third fest, New York Fest. He came in 2022, 23, and now he'll be here for 24, and my third as well too, since becoming two legs and really be involved with it. So
Yeah, I'm very excited that we've had the opportunity to be there for 3 years in a row. I mean, that's great. We've seen a lot of people come up to us. We've met a lot of people. It's been fantastic. I could be happier with the outcome on a personal level, meeting
Sure.
everybody, right? The fest itself is fine, whatever, but it's meeting all of our fans, all of our friends. For me, that's really why I go.
and the evolution of the fans and our show at the same time. It's kind of our show is growing. More people find us. We meet more people, connect. People that we've interviewed, and Piers Hemmingson, everybody that we've had on our shows. It's a nice community, and as we've always said, that's what it's about. It's hanging in that lobby
Yes.
at 2 a.m. and singing, and having a good time. That's really what it's about, and it's the 50th, and we'll see where we go from here. That'll be fun. It'll be fun, and it's early. It just feels like it just comes so quick. Here we are for a week. It's a week, less than a week away, and we'll be there. And
Less than a week away. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, yeah, yeah. I need to pack. I need to do some laundry. I need to get ready.
yes, yes, you do.
Mm,
So, and then on
yeah.
top of all that, we've got all of our underdubbed Band on the Run stuff that's hitting our
Yes, there you go.
our
You've got the
mailboxes
CD
right now.
there. Yeah, here's the LP. Yeah, so
Yeah, which has not arrived yet. Damn it! Come on. All right, now
yeah,
question, and do we
yes,
know? Do we know if the LP box that you're opening
yes,
is that the Half Speed Master, or is the Half Speed Master a
yes,
separate release?
yes. No, 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 no. On the hype sticker, okay, it says half speed master vinyl. Okay, so it is the half speed master with the one you see with the Obi strip. So it is the half speed master. It's however some people think that it's the 2010 mix from the archive edition.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So
Hmm.
however, it says half speed master. So this
Okay. So you don't need to
for
get
my
that for
go
what?
ahead.
No, it's for your what?
No, I'm saying for my money. I mean, if they say half speed master, then this is a new pressing.
Right.
Okay.
It wouldn't be just a reissue of the 20. No, it can't be
Right.
because
Right.
it includes Hell on Wheels and the two.
Okay. So then our buddy David, he says that the CD is the 2010 master. Okay. The vinyl then is the half speed master.
How can that be when in 2010 they issued it without Hell on Wheels?
I don't know.
2010 was the UK. They issued that as
No,
the UK.
but they also mastered Helen Wheels on that box set as well.
They did
Okay.
as
Yeah.
a on the second
Yeah.
disc. Yes. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
All right. I've heard. Well,
Right.
listen. I sampled to it. There we go.
Yeah.
Fucking Hell
So
on
this is the
Wheels.
regular your regular album,
Yep.
with Helen Wheels.
Copy number 28.
But this is pretty cool. This
Is
is
that
the
that's the is that the underdubbed?
yeah, this is the underdubbed.
Let's see the label.
Yeah, coming, buddy. We're coming.
Mine should be here tomorrow.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's just a clear. I mean, it's just a plain white label.
Plain white label.
Okay. Yeah, with the text on it, saying what it is.
Yep.
Side one, side two. So it says here, Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run, underdub, side one, and you got Band on the Run, Pneumonia, no words. So it's not in
And I
running
like
order.
that. I like how the underdubbed is not in the traditional running track order. I like that.
Right.
There is probably one person who's not a fan of this issue, and his name is Tony Visconti. I wonder what he thinks about this release.
Well, maybe that's why Paul released it, because he's not a fan.
Maybe.
I've heard they're not on good terms at the moment. So
This to me harkens back to the Double Fantasy stripped down release of 2010.
yes,
It's just
yeah.
when they just kind of really John and Yoko's Double Fantasy came out, and you just heard everything kind of with on their version of under same thing. It's the same concept here, and I've only really Jet I love so far because you hear him doing the vocalization of the horns. Love that.
Right.
That was fantastic. That was
Yeah,
great.
so we'll listen to these, and we'll eventually get to doing a review on it.
Yes,
And yeah,
I like the white too. Nice. Imagine if
I love this white cover.
the white
Love
is
it.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I love the yeah. This is just fantastic.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
believe the photos are from Clive Aerosmith.
Clive
Who did
Aerosmith. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Good old Clive, who shot the cover, as we know as well, at Osterley
yeah.
Park.
Right.
So we've got some Paul product, and we've got the Fest. Not a whole lot of news, but we got a release. We got the Half Speed Master that we knew would be coming, and it's here. And we've got the Fest, and that's our schedule. So exciting times.
Yes.
We will and I know that we've taken a lot of crap comments of these over the years, and I apologize, okay? The quality recordings from the fest, I am going to do a better job. I'm going to plug in our camera directly into the soundboard this time to pick up the direct feed from the board on the camera, because I know a lot of people have, made really crappy kind of comments about the audio quality from the fest panels we've recorded over the years. I will do a better job with that this year, and plug the camera directly into the soundboard, so when we are speaking, you're going to hear the feed right from the board, not from the camera audio. It's a little techie stuff, but it's my wheelhouse, and I will do that to make sure that they're recorded and well. And we may not record all the panels. Maybe, obviously, we're going to do our Talk More Talk 2 legs. We want that to be good, and some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Matt, okay, I will try. I will try to place the camera closer. It's always kind of you never know with these rooms.
Right.
Historically, like some discussion rooms, like in Chicago, it's like a catering hall. It's like, hello, and it's huge. Then, but in Jersey City, when Talk More Talk did their like, we had a couple of discussions in that room was the size of a shoebox. You remember?
Yeah.
Well, the one that you guys did the 1973 discussion, and we did a collector's panel. Remember that room? It was like so. Yeah, but I will, Matthew, I will definitely try to place the camera closer. And yes, the MVP says 2-leg shirts and buttons will be available all weekend. We will have that there. Okay, fine. A new album, great. What?
And I just love your enthusiasm for current Lingo stars.
At least it's an album,
material.
Okay? At least it's an album. And I don't... Listen, that Zoom In, Zoom Out EP was fantastic. Those songs were good. I liked that first EP. So, okay, he's got a 10 tracks coming out. Good for okay, let's judge it on its... It's going to be a country album? Is that what it's going to be?
Well, the EP, I think, is the country album.
Oh, the 88th EP is going to be country. Got it. Yeah, Matt, but we will do our best to bring the fest to you, and I will try to do it much more professionally and better quality. And, I'm trying to get prepared for panels, bringing cameras, tech. It kind of gets a little bit crazy with that. And, of course, Tom's favorite part of the fest is the dealer room and looking for all the merch that he's looking to get. Come see, come sa, with Feeling the Sunlight. Kind of as I talked about it, I think I called it Paint by Numbers. It was a Paint by Numbers song. It was okay. The merch. We'll see what the merch area looks like, Maybe because it's the 50th Fest, you'll get more vendors coming. New York, in my experience, seems to have a few more vendors with a little more to collect than Chicago. My 2 years going to Chicago, it was not nearly as much to go from. I think Tom kind of hit the jackpot. The first year, right? Remember the first year you went there?
First year there, and it was great. Listen, I was fine with 4 vendors because they had everything I wanted.
Freaking guy, just like we get into the hotel, got to made a beeline past me and went right up to the merchandise room. I'm like, where's Tom? Through the albums. Where's Tom?
No, that was great. That was great.
Yeah.
Spent way too much money. Spent way too much money last year as well. But
well, I actually, that's what's one part of the fest I don't really care about this year. If they have something collectible, great, I'll look for it. But I'm not going there looking, I've got to look for XYZ. If I see something, I'll get it. But I'm not going there looking to buy anything because God knows, we've got enough, I finally just got the red and blue on CD because they just came down in price. $20 on Amazon each.
There you go. Beautiful.
They were $33 when they first came out, which was stupid for these. So they finally came down in price, so I grabbed them. So
yeah, pop open that CD. Let's take a look at that for a second.
Which one? Oh, the
Band on the Run.
Band on the Run.
Yeah.
Sure. Ringo and Country Hall of Fame coming up. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the 2 CD as well, made in Germany. So let's take a look here. The original U.S. track list. Interesting. I wonder what he went with that. So there's the 2 CD. There's the classic photo of Paul and the kids in Lagos. The lyrics, okay. The poster.
I like that the lyrics are in its own separate little kangaroo pouch.
What do you mean?
You don't have to. The poster. You just take it out of that little pouch there.
Right.
You don't have to try to force it out of the stupid.
To see them. Okay. Oh, and protective sleeves for the discs. Nice job, Paul. Nice job, Paul, for that. That's obviously the standard. No Helen Wheels lyrics. Bummer. There, and there's the reproduction of just like what you showed on the CD. Yeah, and the white label. And I like that it's not in the same running order as the album. I think that's a nice little change up to do for this. So, yeah, I'll rip this and get this into the digital library soon. And then there's obviously the poster of the Polaroids that comes standard with everything. So, yeah, I ended up getting this from Amazon quicker than I got the vinyl box from PaulMcCartney.com. This is a great observation. It's basically the archive edition bonus audio 14 years late. That's a very good observation, because I remember when I got this in 2010, I was like, damn, where's the rest of the where's the bonus stuff? You know?
Yeah, I mean, this would have made that archive set 10 times more appealing.
Right.
Instead of just like a, I mean, it's basically just a jacked up version of the 25th anniversary, because you got that bonus disc that was in that 25th anniversary.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And then plus, Helen Wheels and Zoo Gang,
That was all you
and
got.
then the one hand clapping.
One hand
stuff,
clapping. Yeah, I mean, so this, I mean, I kind of like the presentation of this. I like the box design of this a little better.
Right.
I mean, this is 25 years old, and it's upheld quite well, the condition of this. So, but this was also another, like, we're going to put live tracks from the 90s. Where's the stuff from the 70s on here? So they've always been very hodgepodgey. Kyle Hand! Hope to see you there. Hope to see you there this weekend, buddy. I hope so. It's in your backyard.
Yeah.
So I ran into a fan of Two Legs, fan of the show yesterday at the symposium. Cool. Mike Narr, who's followed us and supported us over the years. And
he's been at the fest.
He's been at the fest. He's a maybe for this year, but he was there yesterday, and he just had nothing but praise for you and I, and said that, thank you for the content and what you deliver us, and the show and the quality of shows you give us. So that was a really nice compliment. So, Mike, thank you. And I had a button for you, but I forgot to give it to you. So if you go to the fest, come find us, and we'll hook you up with some merch.
Excellent.
So,
love it. You also did a video showing that tug of war book, right?
Oh yeah, the tuna book, which was on our
tuna.
channel. The tuna book, yeah. Here it is, which I'm sure some of you have seen if you didn't see on our page. Wow, and
it's a whopper.
It's a whopper. Did you lock in with it yet, Thomas, or no?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. I have been in email communication with the author, Nobu from Japan. He obviously English isn't his first, language. Right. I asked him if he wanted to come on the show and talk about it. He says, given the barrier, he can't. But if we could email him questions, he'll answer them via email. So maybe we can do that on a special segment or news, or kind of go over it. Maybe ask him some questions about the book, how he got it, and we can do that. But he was open to that. He was open to that. But and I don't know how many more are left. But and I know that our friend there, David, also ordered it. I think he's still waiting for it. But one of those must-haves, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if it's still available after the fest, I'll do my best to pick it up.
You can get it.
I'm more. Go ahead.
You can get a Kindle version of it on Amazon. That I know.
Who wants a Kindle? Who wants a Kindle version?
Exactly.
I'm more heartbroken about the possibility of the A is for Apple series not continuing.
Ooh.
Myself, but because I just love that series, and I'm gonna reach out to Axel soon and talk to him about it. But yeah, I mean, I get that you maybe you end with the Beatles breaking up like Volume 4 did, but there's just still so much more Apple stuff that was released after, up to 75, up to 74, so
5 really, even
so
Apple dissolves.
Well, I mean, really up to 76, because there's some countries, even though they didn't have an Apple label on the 45, they had the Apple logo on the picture sleeves.
So they were still incorporating it, not in the major markets of the UK or America, but other ones.
Some of the European countries, yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff, but yeah, looking forward to again, hanging out with you, MVP, and my Talk More Talk group. YouTubers that show up, and everybody, all the fans, and meeting people just is great. I love it. I love meeting people.
Yeah, that's half the fun of the event, other than
Right.
seeing and people
And
from the
doing a little bit
past.
of this as well. Searching through the records.
Oh,
Those
okay. I'm
those
like,
things
typing
nice.
what? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of
yeah,
course, it's your favorite pastime. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the vendors have. I'm sure Rockaway Records will be there selling 15 butcher covers for $25,000. When you walk by them, they're a nice
yeah.
vendor, but you can't buy anything for less than $500 with those people.
Right.
You can't. You just can't. And then that there's collectors for that. But we're average Joes. We ain't spending. We can't buy $25,000.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Hey, right here, huh?
Bafungu.
Bafungu.
Bafungu. We'll find out. We'll find out. That could be a story in just itself, according from
Well, I
here you
watched a
talk.
video. Yeah, I watched a video that Joe sent me the link to, and the guy, there was music playing in the background. So it'd be interesting though if we do like a video in the lounge or whatnot. If there's commercial music going in the background, whether or not YouTube will allow it. So
Well, as we've learned now with YouTube, it can go up. It's just not gonna. It's gonna be
it won't be
non-monetized.
non-monetized, right?
Yeah, YouTube 5-10 years ago would block it. Now they'll say okay, but there might be enough background noise to hide that where the YouTube algorithms won't catch it. We'll see. Like I know with this video I did for the tuna book, I used the opening and closing of Tug of War
Yeah.
to
Yep.
do that, and it allowed it. It just said you can't make any money off of it, which I was fine with because I wanted to do that to open and close that preview.
Mm.
Yeah. Rockaway used to have a great brick and mortar store in L.A. where non-Beatle vinyl bargains could be had. Their vinyl was always well. Yeah, they are very well. They have a lot of good, but they seem more memorabilia ish. Now not so much vinyl, like concert tickets and you know board games and all that crap. That to me just seems like what they're more now. Now anyway, when you've gone by their stuff, they have records, but it just seems to be more of the memorabilia stuff. So
Mm.
obviously, we'll find out when we go there on Thursday afternoon. We'll get the lay of the land, and Friday we're there. So looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
you.
I'm really curious to see how it's going to look, Thursday, as we'll be there helping set up. But it's going to be, I mean, from what I hear, it should be interesting.
Time will tell. Time will
Yes.
tell. So
That's
that's I
what was
think
that?
gonna
That
what
Asia only
only
time will
only
tell.
time will tell. Asia, great song
Yeah,
from their first album,
yeah.
the best Asia
Right up
album.
there with. Yes, yes. The first one, heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Soul Survivor. One step closer. All good stuff. All good
Yes.
stuff there. So I think that'll wrap it up for this little live edition.
Yeah.
If you look at the schedule is posted on our Two Legs page, but if you just go to thefest.com, festival, you'll see it. The layout is there. You won't see Tom and mine's name on the collectors panel, but we were told that we'll be on that as well. So Saturday will be the busy day, and I can't wait to see you all and meet up and have a chat and talk Beatles.
Have a beer. Have a
Yes.
beer. Talk Beatles, and yeah.
Yeah, Adrian and obviously Adrian Sinclair and Alan Cozen. We're going to meet up with them too. So we're looking forward to having a chat with them, hopefully about Volume 2 of the
Yes.
Legacy book.
Yes, well, they had just posted a picture on their Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it these days, just with the header Volume 2. So they're quickly, we're quickly approaching, hopefully, later this year, the release of Volume 2 of McCartney Legacy.
Yeah,
So,
we shall see. So, all right, partner, we're going to wrap this
all
up.
right.
Everybody out
Yes.
there, enjoy your Sunday. The sun is shining here in the East Coast for the first time in about 2 weeks, which is nice to
Yeah,
see.
as you can see, we got some sun shining through these windows.
Yeah, right after Mr.
Right.
Macca and off the ground.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
enjoy your Sunday. Looking forward to the
Yes.
fest. Really can't wait to see you, Tom, again back here.
Yes.
and
It's gonna be great. It's
we'll
gonna be
do
a
it
great
again.
time.
So enjoy your day, everybody. We'll see you at the fest. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.